All right. So last week we talked about functions, and I wanted to talk a little bit more about functions in Python specifically. What is functions? What are functions? This is a comment, so this is not going in the code. Functions are a group of code here. Okay. So functions, what do they look like? So let's take this. Well, first of all, let's write something. So I have a bunch of variables up here. So, name, friend's name, cat's name, whatever. All this information in variables, right? So remember, you define them on the left. They contain stuff on the right. So I can now do something with the variables. So I'm just going to print out something. So print. And in the past, I told you to print a different way. I did like, my name is, and then we did a plus, and then the variable name like that. Okay. And that kind of worked. The easier way, which I didn't show you yet, is this. Okay, so you just put an F in the parentheses, and then you do quotes, and then you can just write. You don't need to do pluses. It's just hello, my name is, and then you do these weird curly brackets. Okay, hello, my name is. I have a friend's name that friend named these. My dog's name is. My cat's name is. And my middle name is. My family's surname is. I am. My eye color is, and my birthday is in. Right there. Now, all we have to do in these little curly brackets is write the variable name. So, hello, my name is name. I have a friend named friend name. My dog's name is dog name. My cat's name is cat name. My middle name is middle name. Family's surname. I am height. Eye color is eye color. And birthday is birthday. And this is a little bit easier way of writing things out when I run this. And I have error on line 14. Where is it? Let's see. So the F can't be spaced, that's all. So the F needs to be right next to the quotes. So there it is. Nothing special there. Now, I wrote all this, right, in a print statement. If I wanted to do this again, I would have to copy it. In theory, copy it. Oops. Or write it all again if I wanted to write that statement out again for some reason. Now, that doesn't really make sense to me. Okay, that's a lot of work. So functions are a group, that should say, of code. So instead of that, let's make it into a function. So all of this information right here can be a function. So if I go down here and I type in def, and we're defining, so there's two parts of a function. You define it and you call it. Defining it is creating it. So I'm going to say def, and I'm going to give it a name, and I'm going to say, I don't know, information. Okay. Oh, why is it doing that? Okay. Definition information. And then you put two open and close parentheses, and then you do a colon. Now, this format is how you define the functions, okay? So, it's just there. Now, I hit enter, okay? Now, it's indented. Anything indented is going to be in the function. Okay, that's very important. So, what am I going to put in the function? In this case, I'm going to take all this stuff, go like this, indent it by using tab, put it in there. Okay, so now take a look at this. We have the name of the function. So, information is the name of the function. Now, this stuff, however, is not indented. So name is indented, but the rest needs to be indented, otherwise it's all out of the function. Okay, so there we go. So it's indented. Now, let's run the code, okay? Nothing happens. I want you to look at this. If I print something like this, though, it's going to work. Print hello. Now, why is that, do you think? Look at the physical place where all this stuff is. It's because line 15 is outside the function. Okay? Literally look where it is. If I collapse this, print is lined up with line 1. That means it's outside of the function. This stuff from line 2 to about line 13 is all indented. That means we've put it in the function, okay, when we defined it. So this is going to work, okay? If I want to use a function, though, I've defined it up here. We know the name of it. All we have to do is just type information with an open and close parentheses now, and I have to spell it right. Information. And now when I run, look at that. I have my print hello, and then my information there. Okay? So that's pretty easy. Now if I just simply want to run this again, or I want to do it again, I can type it in as many times as I want right down there, and it's going to repeat all of that, okay? Now, it doesn't really make sense to repeat my story a billion times, but for other stuff, it's going to make a lot of sense. So I just wanted to further explain the functions to you. So the basics you need to remember is, 1, defining it looks like this. You do def information, parentheses, colon. 2, anything that's indented needs to be, anything that needs to be inside the function needs to be indented, which it is here. And then 3, you need to call the function. In other words, you need to type its name without the colon, and it will work. So that's a little bit about how functions work in Python.